This conference will now be recorded.
All right, the top 10 philosophies for success in network marketing. Let's get this going. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jeff Gamble. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I have a background in traditional business, and I'm an affiliate marketer, a network marketer, and a speaker trainer and coach through John Maxwell, if you know him. So this is really what it's about. If you've been discouraged, depressed, frustrated, mad, upset, ready to give up, ready to throw in the towel, what I can say is I know exactly how you feel. I have felt that way too. And what I've found is by learning some of these philosophies, you can turn things around. You can have success. Anybody who wants this can do it. So let's get right into it. The very first philosophy that I bought into actually came from a guy by the name of Dexter Yeager. He is the number one overall earner in network marketing of all time. You could look that one up at businessfromhome.org. Businessfromhome.org. Look up lifetime earners. He's there. If the dream is big enough, the facts don't count. Now, he used to say this all the time. If the dream is big enough, the facts don't count. What does that mean? What that means is regardless of your circumstances, if you want something bad enough, you will find a way around. It doesn't mean that facts aren't important. It just means you will find a way around, whatever limiting issue you have. If it's a limit of time, if it's a limit of money, if it's a limit of belief, you'll find a way around it. The second philosophy is the fastest path to success in network marketing is a mentor. That actually came from Eric Worre. Now, the original statement was the fastest path to success is finding a mentor. That actually came from Tony Robbins. But Eric Worre took it and added network marketing to it. And I absolutely positively believe both of them. They're both correct. If you want to go fast, if you want to build big, find somebody who knows what they're doing, knows what they're saying, is recruiting people, is building. Because if you don't, if you just sign up with friends and family that have no idea what they're doing, you're likely to become a statistic instead of successful. It's just reality. 3, you don't have to own the dream to sell it. This actually came from Ed Milet, who built a massive team worth a fortune, but just such a cool guy. If you can see any of his videos, go check him out. Benny obviously knows that. What I love about this statement is so many of us are in situations where we might not be in a situation where everything's going great. We might not be in a situation where we've accumulated wealth, where we've had success, where we're driving the car we want to drive, living in the house we want to drive, or a house we want to live in. We're not going on the vacation we want to, go on. We're not wearing what we want to wear. We don't have the accessories that we want. What Ed Milet's saying is it doesn't matter if you have all that stuff. What matters is you can still sell that dream even if you don't physically own it, which means you can build as big and as fast as you want to. That is the third philosophy. Let's move on to the fourth philosophy. The fourth philosophy is if you are committed, there's always a way. And this one actually comes from Tony Robbins. If you're committed, there is always a way. And it's so true. Jim just jumped on. Hello. It's so true. Why is it true? Because I've seen people do it. I've seen people who are just like, I don't care if I don't have a list. I don't care if I've burnt through my friends and family. I don't care if I've had these issues in the past. I'm going to figure this out no matter what. And they've done it. They've done it. I've watched people do this in traditional business, in real estate, in network marketing, in direct sales. I've watched people do it in affiliate marketing. I've watched people come out of marriages. I've watched people come out of divorces. I've watched people come out of, the loss of a significant other, the loss of a child. I mean, bad situations, right? Cancer. But if you're committed, you're going to find a way. I mean, I've had friends that have actually achieved the top ranks in companies from hospital beds. So if you're committed, there's always a way. That is the fourth philosophy. The fifth philosophy, everything worthwhile is uphill. John Maxwell goes on to say, and it'll probably take longer than you think. I was like, oh, thanks for that one. But he's right. He's absolutely right. John Maxwell is actually who I trained under for our coaching, speaking, training program. And, phenomenal speaker and person and leader. Has written more leadership books and more leadership content than any person in history. And this one is absolutely true. If you want to build a big business, it's going to take more effort than you think. It's going to be uphill. There's going to be some uncomfortable times. But is it worth it? That's the question. Is it worth it? And the answer is yes. That's the fifth philosophy. Let's move on to the sixth philosophy. The sixth philosophy is success never goes on sale. I put never as a giant thing because you will always pay full price for success. The counter requires 100%. Always. It never goes on sale. There's never, people are like, well, what's the shortcut to get to the top? There isn't one. If you find a shortcut, you will end up going backwards at some point and basically having to redo whatever you did because you tried to cut out what it really takes. And again and again and again, we just haven't seen people do this. So it's like pay the price that's needed and you'll have the success. If you don't pay the price, don't bitch, whine, and cry that you're not having the success. You're just not paying the price yet. The seventh philosophy is success loves speed. Now, I talk about this in training a lot. Basically, people think they can go at like the snail's pace. And part of the problem is there's always a story. There's always a speaker that talks about, hey, this is a marathon and not a race. And, the turtle, versus the hare, the turtle won the race. That's cute as a story, but it's not true in business. It's not true in business. Why? Because even if you're on the right track, if you're moving too slow, you will get run over. The reality is the turtle in the real life story gets run over. That's the real story, unfortunately. But success loves speed. I'll give you an example. Let's say you have to bring in 3 people to your company to hit the first level, or maybe it's 4, or maybe it's 6. It just depends on what the company is. Typically what happens is people think they can go at a slow speed and they bring in 1 and they bring in 2. Let's just call it 4. They bring in 1 and they bring in 2. But by the time they get around to bringing in number 3 and number 4, number 1 and number 2 have quit, and they do this over and over and over and over again. Why? Because you are not going fast enough. It's not because you don't know what to do. If you can bring in 1, you can bring in 4. You just have to do it in a condensed time frame to make it work. Success loves speed. You know what network marketing loves? Speed. You have to go fast enough. I'm going to go at a snail's pace, you will get run over. So let's move on to number 8. Number 8 is success is the progressive realization of worthwhile goals or dreams. Back to Dexter, who I learned a ton from. This is Dexter Yeager, the #1 overall earner of all time in network marketing. He says success is the progressive realization. What does that mean? It means success is running after. Success is chasing down dreams and goals. You will feel the most successful when you're running towards the goal, not when you get it. In fact, most people actually experience a lull after hitting the goal because you expel so much energy to get there. Success is not a destination. Success is a habit of every day running towards the next goal and dream. Here's something that Dexter taught that I learned that I teach people right now is that before you hit your next goal, you need to have the next goal set. What so many people do is like the ultimate goal is 100,000, let's say. The ultimate goal is 100,000. And they run and run and run and run and run. And they finally hit 100,000. You know what they do? They take their foot off the gas and they're like, I made it. I made it. I'm good. You know what happens to every single person that does that? They fall backwards. They fall backwards. Why? And that just doesn't happen in network marketing. That happens in network marketing. It happens in real estate. It happens in insurance business. It happens in financial services. It happens in car sales. I've seen it happen in all those different industries. People will run straight up until they get there and then they hit the goal. And because they don't have the next goal set, it kind of feels like you're off, right? You're off. If you don't have goals and dreams, you're going to feel off. You're not going to feel successful. Okay, next. Number 9, whomever shows the presentation the most wins. That's it, period. This actually comes from Bill Britt. Bill Britt was a recruit of Dexter Yeager, and it was the largest organization he had underneath him. Bill Britt had an organization of over 1.3 million. They call them distributors, I believe. 1.4 million distributors. That was one leg of Dexter Yeager's. Bill Britt was an absolute beast. He went out and said, look, I went out and showed 1,200 people this business, 300 of them signed up, and 11 of them became millionaires, millionaire legs. Why? Because he just was relentless. The guy was an absolute beast builder. He not only built businesses, but he built people. And his team still exists today, even though he's passed away. Dexter's team still exists today, even though he's passed away. Just awesome, awesome people. And that brings us to number 10. And number 10 philosophy: no one gets paid until a presentation is made. So if you want money to come in, you have to get in front of people. You have to present what's going on. Now, whether you physically read it to them, or they watch something, or they listen to something, like, it doesn't matter which way it happens. It just matters that it happens, right? You can't buy, you can't join, and you can't refer if you don't know what it is. So until that presentation is made, nothing happens. So these are the 10 philosophies that I've kind of plugged into, that I've seen across the board. I don't care what company, I don't care what product, I don't care what compensation plan, I don't care what upline, I don't care who came to convention to speak. These are the things that it took for people to become successful that I've seen. So this is just my personal opinion. So I've got kind of an idea for you. If you're looking to succeed, if you're looking to, make things happen, we've actually put a community together called My Leadership Network, and you can join that community. What most people are looking for is, who do I talk to and what do I say, right? Have you ever thought that? Who should I talk to next and what should I say? The very first product we have is a product called Unlimited Leads. So if you're looking for leads, what I would do is I would go over to joinmyleadershipnetwork.com. I would go over to that website. I would watch that video and see if it's for you. If it's for you, great. Underneath, click join now, fill out your profile, come into the community, buy whatever you want. It's a la carte. The Unlimited Leads program that we put together is $20 one time. It basically shows you leads, it shows you what to say to them, and it puts you into our Facebook group, so that way you can join the community and know what's going on. And that is a wrap. The best trained team wins. That's what I found. The best trained team wins. So, let's lock arms. Let's build big. Let's achieve some goals and dreams. Thank you, guys.